Hey guys, so I found this Reddit story that I think it's appropriate for the episode that we're about to listen to. And it reads like this. What does masculinity, end quote, manliness, end quote, and being a man mean to you? That's the question. In another thread, there was some interesting debate about what it means to be masculine. Often traits such as strength, courage, and being self-sufficient come up. But it seems to me that they can all just be as easily applied to being a grown-up woman. Are there any traits that are actually masculine territory that couldn't be better applied to being a good adult? What are the positives that come from thinking in terms of the masculine and the feminine? What about the negative traits typically associated with masculinity? So this is a loaded question. There's a lot of loaded questions here, and I'm going to be brief as I possibly can with my thoughts on this. What does masculinity, manliness, and being a man mean to you? As it pertains to me, masculinity and being a man means knowing when to be gentle, knowing when to be kind, being kind, knowing your strength and yet not abusing your strength because you know you have that strength. What does that mean? As a man of my house, being a masculine man in my house, having a wife that is naturally less stronger than me, physically less stronger than me, doesn't mean that I overpower her and overtake her because I can. My kids, when my kids are children, right? Just because I'm the provider and the protector, that doesn't mean that I'm a monster and that I am rule my home with an iron fist. Actually, for me, being masculine is a total opposite. Is being kind, knowing I'm strong, knowing I have power, but being gentle, being kind, treating my wife with respect, treating my kids well, showing my sons and my daughter what it is and how a man is supposed to treat a woman. That's what manliness means to me. And also knowing when to exert my power to protect my family at all costs. There's non-negotiable. Manliness, part of being a man and being manliness and having masculinity is having clear values of who you are and what you stand for and having non-negotiables for yourself in your life and for your family, your children, your wife, and relationship. Hey guys, this is Martin Perdomo. I'm your host, and this is your ultimate guide to understanding what it truly means to be wealthy AF. And today I am joined by Isaac Global. Isaac coached and worked for Grant Cardone, Mike Ferry, and Wes Watson. His main points are keeping your effing word and never missing. He's an ex-drug, alcohol, and sex addict. Today, he owns real estate, a construction company, and the Global Wolfpack membership program community. Isaac, appreciate you coming on. Thank you for being here, brother. I know you're busy running multiple businesses, and I know I didn't do enough justice to your intro. So please tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got here, brother.
Hey, first and foremost, thanks for having me. You know, I watched a few of your episodes. You got some good shit on here. It's exciting. So I know we're going to have some good stuff for your audience.
Yes, we are.
Man, shit, it's been a journey, man. What do you want me to tell you? Didn't grow up in a privileged home, very middle class. And then second, I left my home. Well, shit, that's when things got rough. From, felony to sleeping in beds, bunk beds, sleeping on floors, to fucking lots and lots of failing businesses. I mean, non-stop fucking. I feel like God was fucking with me, trying to figure out, like, how much can this motherfucker take? But I never broke, man.
Got it, man.
You know, even at my lowest points in my head, I was the fucking man the entire fucking time. And then the universe caught up. They're like, all right, this guy means business.
Beautiful. Love it. I was just complimenting Isaac on his view. He's got a beautiful view. He's in Seattle, and the view to his window is amazing. So I'm in the Poconos and in the country, and that view is just stunning, brother. Love it, love it, love it. But today I want to
pull up.
Yeah, man. Love to. I'd love to. So today we're going to talk about masculinity and alpha male. I know you have a mentorship program, a community, the Wolfpack, but you know, this is something right now that's, I believe personally, and I like to take your take on it, obviously. I personally believe that masculinity is under attack. It's been under attack for years. Let's start there, man. What is masculinity and what is an alpha male? Let's start with that.
Oh, man, you going straight for the knockout. I like that. You know, hey, I'll tell you what. There's something that I saw that's kind of changing. which is like the word masculinity and what it means to a lot of these folks. Guys, one of my friends, he's 5'5", slim guy. Today, I'll just say, bro, he runs one of the biggest fucking gangs overseas. Not the deepest voice like I do. He's not tatted like I am. You know what I'm saying? But he keeps his word. He protects his family, right? He does good for his people. He wakes up early. He doesn't get drunk. He takes care of business. That's masculinity.
I love that, man. I love that. I love that you said that. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I see some guys, especially because I'm a lot online, and they'll come up to me like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Bro, I can smell the tequila off your fucking breath. Sit the fuck down." like if your female got attacked right now, you couldn't even protect her. I don't give a fuck if you got Prada on you. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. You look at an alpha wolf, right? An alpha fucking lion. He's there. He's aware. He's not inebriated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, money's very fucking important. You need a lot of money. But maybe it ain't your time yet. It took a while for me to get mine. You know what I'm saying? But
how do you identify an alpha male from a non-alpha male from a crowd?
Man, it's that energy, man. It's that intangible thing. When I walk in a room, bro, on God, you feel me. You feel me. I come in a room, I swear to God, guys' heads turn a little bit. The guys, they grab their female, bring them a little closer to them, because big dog's in town. You know it. And when I shake your hand within 30 seconds, I know you're either vibrating on my energy or you're not. And it's an instinct, bro. It's an animal thing.
Got it, man. So we talked a little bit off air, a little bit about masculinity being under attack, right? In this day and age, you know, look, dude, I grew up I'm going to say it. This is my freaking show. So I'm going to say it. so look, I grew up in the 90s, man, you know, in New York City, and 80s, 90s. And dude, I don't know if this is you, but we didn't wear tights. There wasn't our thing, right? We men didn't wear tights. And I get it, historically, men in ancient times wore tights, bro, but it's like, we live in an era, and that's just one thing. That's just one thing I personally is not my thing. I don't think that doesn't make you a man or less man or not. It's just I think it's corny, bro. I think wearing tights is corny. I think tight
like leggings?
Like leggings, bro. Like I have a 27-year-old son. He comes home with some tights sometimes, and I'm like, yo, bro, I raised you better than this. Like he's like, Dad, this is what you, and I'm like, nah, man, like it's like, no, no. But it's things like this that have slowly, so that's just one observation, right, Isaac? It's just things like that have slowly over time have been indoctrinated into men that it's okay for men to act like women and to women to act like men. But I want to keep this on the topic of masculinity and men. Dude, I'll tell you this. So there was a post on Instagram. Some girl goes out and she's like, you know, these guys, I go on these dates and I've been married 21 years. So I have no clue what it is to be freaking on the apps. No clue, bro. Got zero game for that. Zero game. Because I just don't know, right? I never had to be on an app. I don't know what that shit is like. I have no idea. So this girl goes on there and she's like, these men, when you go on dates, they expect you to pay, or they expect you to pay half. And it was something to that degree. And I'm like, you know, just kind of troubled me a little bit. Like, hey, dude, first of all, I'm not going on a date. I'm not going on with a woman and expect a woman to pay for me. I don't expect a woman to pay anything for me. You know what I mean? The only woman I expect to pay anything for me is my wife. And guess what? Ultimately is my money she's spending. If she ever pulls out her purse to pay for something, guess what? It's my money funding the purse. What's in the purse? So there's just this movement, and I made a comment on this post to the degree of like, hey man, the guy was like, I said, look, men need to level up and act like men. Like we need to go to a time where men keep their word, they do what they say. That's what I personally think is masculinity. I keep my word. You can bank on my word. My word is gold. And if I can't do something, and if I said I was going to do something and I can't because life happens, I'm going to pick up the phone like a big boy and said, hey, I own this on me. Can't make it. How can I make it up? But I'm going to own whatever comes with that.
That's a can of worms right there, brother. First of all, fuck leggings. Like, you can show your son now.
Love it.
Bro, you see my post, bro. I'm always a beautiful. You know, you will never catch me looking like Peter Pan, bro. On God. All right. Now to what's serious, man. Bro, it's you know, Benjamin Franklin says, avoid extremism at all costs. You know, most of the truth in life is found in the gray. So yeah, male fucking dominance and our way of being is under attack, but so is the female way of life under attack. So it's, I mean, bro, when's the last time you saw a post of a chick posting her taking care of mom and dad and taking care of her home and cooking dinner? You know what I see? All I see is fucking chicks posting the same shit as guys are posting. We post workouts, they post workouts. Morning grind. Let's dress up for work, closing deals. Like, girls are becoming fucking men, so they're under attack, man. And they're being pushed to become dudes.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that masculinity is under attack? I listened to some really smart people, right? And some of the things I've heard is like, hey, if you want to take down a country, emasculate the men.
Yeah, we could get into like deep theories where like they're just trying to take more control of the government in general, and this is where the world's going. Bro, you take away the guns like they're doing, you make them focus on some other shit like what's going on overseas right now, you make guys get all fucking feminine, you fucking run the country, bro. That's probably the smartest thing I've ever seen. You know? But we can't let it happen.
Here's what I believe, Isaac. I'm a man, you're a man, right? Here's what we both know.
There's only two genders.
Yeah, that's right. There's only two genders, 100%. Not A, B, C, D, E, F, none of that. It's just male or female, right? That's what I believe. I respect for you if you respect. That's your choice. I believe there's only two genders. Respect me too. Okay. So I believe you and I both as men know that there's something innate in us that God gave us, right? Which is to provide and to protect. Every man has that inside. But the narrative is being pushed of that needs to be suppressed, right? How do we help young men get back to that, to what God put inside of us as men to provide for women? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's what God gave you, right? To protect.
You don't got to provide. No, hold on. I don't think you need to provide for all the women. You got married 21 years ago, and you have a queen in your home and in your castle.
Certainly do.
I got two baby moms.
Okay.
Right? One of them is a huge celebrity. She's the face of Estee Lauder. You know what I'm saying? Another one's studying as well in Miami. I'm surrounded by women all day long. You see the posts. I love beautiful women, you know, as I should. But we have to understand, man, you ain't Captain Save-A-Ho.
Okay. I never heard that one before. Okay.
So let me talk to the younger generations, man. All right, young king, this is for you, man. First and foremost, you are not Captain Save-A-Ho. Most of these women are not like your mothers. Most of these women are not like your fucking grandmother. Definitely not like your great-grandmother. They ain't no Mother Teresa's. They're posting fucking squats on Instagram, looking for that extra attention. Fly me out here, fly me out here. What you need to do is focus on yourself. You might get a chance in this insane generation where 56% divorce rate, 80% of that is actually initiated by the female. You need to focus on yourself, King. Your job ain't to protect and provide right now. Your job right now is to take care of your fucking self, because these chicks ain't your mama. On God. Now, if you do get in a fucking relationship with a girl, That's when you fucking grab your balls and you do things the old school way. You do not change because she changed and life changed. You keep it old school. You pay the bills. Somebody fucking comes in the street. You fucking knock the motherfucker out. She walks in the inside of the street, not the outside. You open the door. You pull out the chair. You do all the gentleman-like things. Absolutely. And the moment you break up, you never lay your hand on a woman. And the moment you break up, you close the door to the next woman. And you don't fucking cheat. I've never fucking cheated in my life. And God knows, whew, I've had jizz, you know. But in general, for the young guys, you just focus on yourself.
You said something very important, right? So you said focus on yourself, get to take care of yourself, get level up, basically, is what you're telling them. And I want to unpack that with you a little bit. And then you said when you find that queen, and that's the one I'm talking about, bro. When I said it's innate in us to provide and protect, let me ask you a question, Isaac. You said you had 2 kids, 2 baby mamas, right? You provide for your kids?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Whether you were the woman, that's what I'm talking. You provide, right? That's a man. That's a man, right? You provide for your kids. You're not running from your responsibilities. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about.
They be fucking at the club with the chains, with the whips, and they're late on their fucking child support. You bitch, pussy motherfucker. Yeah, you might not like your baby mama. I don't like mine too. But they're taking care of my seed. I see them as fucking, you know. So I was interviewed on TV, right? Because she's a celebrity. Mm-hmm. And she's like, how do you feel about another man raising your kid? I'm like, yo. I'm like, look at the Vikings. Vikings would go out, leave their kids at home, conquer the world, and come back. I'm like, that's the way I see it. I got a man fucking taking my little Timmy to fucking Chuck E. Cheese, but he sees daddy's blowing up and taking over the world. I'll never miss a payment. She'll always have a home here. Oh, and here's another one. You got to make sure you're an example for your kids. My kids look at me on Instagram. Papa's a goat. He's ripped. He's taking care of other men. He's not smoking. He ain't drinking. He waking up early. Oh, man. In short, man, this is what I do in the wolf pack. Create a man that you are proud of. And then deliver that man to the world.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk to the young men, because we have a large listenership of younger men. Let's talk about that. So young men are, unfortunately, they'll look at guys like you and they'll look at guys like me online and they'll say, oh shit, they have it so good, or oh, so great, right? He's successful. And what they don't know is what I'm going to speak for myself is, and I try to do this as much as I can, it's I don't share enough of the stories of the struggle. And I see a lot of young guys, they'll look at, I'm 45, dude, like I'm priming right now. I'm jiving. I'm at the top of my game right now. Right. So you cannot compare you cannot compare yourself with me at 25. At 25, I was struggling. I was trying to figure it out. I was in shit. Right. I was like breaking piggy banks to pay mortgages, just barely just trying to figure it out. So young men with social media, people post only the good shit in their life. They don't post the struggle. They don't tell you about the struggle. They don't tell you when, me included, man, I don't do a good enough job. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be honest. I don't do a good enough job at telling this to young men. Like, oh, dude, like I freaking struggled. This what you see here is not, it didn't start this way. So what do we tell young men to overcome that? Because we can tell them all we want. Hey, man, go level up, go read, go surround yourself, go skill up, go create a skill, go create, go get your money, go invest, go do this, go do that. We can do that, but then they go to social media, they open up their phone and they're seeing you on vacation in Dubai, or they're seeing, I'm in wherever or whatever. They're seeing this multifamily property I just bought. And it's like, damn, I'm only making 40 grand a year. How the hell am I supposed to get there?
Yeah, good question, man. So first and foremost, I do a very good job at showing this struggle. Like if you listen to my stories once a day, no matter what, usually end of the day, I'll tell a story of a struggle. And once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, I'll post an entire fucking thing. It's our responsibility, bro. It's our responsibility to show that. And you'll just listen to my stories, brother. Every night, no matter what, I talk about a struggle, and I make sure of it. It's very important. I was just on a huge podcast yesterday, and I say everything, bro. I'm super transparent about skipping meals and going through hunger and fucking getting arrested. And I mean, you name it. So let's start with it's our responsibility as the adults to be honest. If you read the Bible, man, it's not just fucking, Moses came out of Egypt and, he took the Israelites out. No, man, these motherfuckers got enslaved and fucked up for 200 years. And then they got lost in the fucking desert and went in circles and they starved. And then they got a little bit of manna and then they fucking kept getting fucked up. Okay, and then they went to Canaan.
Promised land.
So let's learn from the bestseller ever, bro.
Yeah. So I want you to share with me what has been one of your biggest struggles. What has been the biggest struggle in your life that has given you the biggest reward, right? Because what I found in my age is that usually the things that I found that hurt the most when I was going through them were the things that grew me the most exponentially when I look back on them. What is that thing for you?
Shit, there was so many. Shit, I wish there was one. There's times where like I would fail every business. I got divorced and I ended up on a bunk bed because I had no money in a hostel. Like think about it. Like you go from a home with a kid and a house, you're broke as a fucking joke. I'm talking about $3-4 in your bank account, all credit cards maxed out. You take your Chrysler Sebring 2004 with a hole in it. You drive to your local hostel. Christy's doing cocaine on the top. James is having sex on the left. You're with a bunch of little fucking idiots, and you're in your little suit, fresh from a home, and you're looking around, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Overnight, moments like that change you, and you hold on to that pain for a long time.
What did you learn from that? What was your takeaway from that?
That I'm the fucking man. On God. Bro, I'm telling you, I was so angry. That's why I tell people in my wolf pack, like, use anger. I'm like, fuck that bitch and fuck the world and but I'm gonna get mine, bro. Not even for a second there was a no. I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna win this. I got 2 hands, 2 arms. I'm in America. It's not I'm in fucking South Africa or some shit. I'm in America. You know what I'm saying? Everything's available. I'm gonna work my face off, and I'd write my goals, and I'd read my books while they're partying till 6 a.m. And I'm like, I got this. And I got this.
Well, that was your self-talk. But what I'm looking for is when you look back at that, right now, what was your biggest takeaway, right? I believe that wisdom is an accumulation of experiences, mine and yours, right? So I can learn from your experiences, but I mostly learn best from mine, from my own pain, right? It's an accumulation of experiences in life that I can look back and say, wow, I learned that. So in the future, as I navigate through life and I see a pattern, I can say, be careful with that because that looks a lot like that. So I'm going to make my decision like this. What was your takeaway from that experience, going and seeing Jimmy, the one doing drugs, Jimmy having sex in your nice suit, in your 1993 Sebring? What was that pain, bro? Because I know that was painful. Coming from a home, a wife and a kid, to seeing yourself there, bro. I know you were angry, but that's also painful. Like, fuck, like that anger and pain. Like, how did this happen? Because listen, I haven't been there exactly, but I've been there where my wife kicked me out of the crib, right? Because I did shit I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I was sleeping in one of my boys' couch and, and they had fucking spring and I coming from sleeping in a king size bed and the spring is all up in my rib and I slept for months there, dude. Like, damn, what did I learn? How do I get better from this? I had exponential growth in that experience as a man. Like, hey, I did this. It led me to here. I got to move differently moving forward. What was that for you?
I know what you're looking for. I got it. I not give you the answer that you want, but it's the true answer. That was rock bottom. I mean, there was lower points than that, but that emotionally was rock bottom. And it has become like, am I okay to go back? So like, I would literally go into everything all offense. I put everything on the line every time. And my mindset's like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm going to end up in a hostel with Chrissy doing cocaine. I might break her ass this time. I don't know.
You've been there already.
So I'm so comfortable. Like right now I have a construction company. Just to give you some reference. Last year we did a couple mil. I'm in the process of closing it because I believe so much in how fast the Wolfpack is growing, which is insane. And I got friends and family telling Isaac, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm like, shut the fuck up. If you were me, which you're not, you'd be doing what I'd be doing. And you're not me because you don't take the risks that I do. I put everything on the line. And I'm not afraid. Ever. I don't give a fuck. Take away the Rolex. Take away the 6-figure car. Take away the bitches. Take away everything. I don't give a fuck. Because what's the worst that can happen? I'm going to end up in a hostel, skip a few meals, eat a Twix bar for dinner, and pop a melatonin so I don't feel the hunger. That's the worst that can happen, and I'm cool with it. So my biggest takeaway is I attack life at a ferocious fucking, I don't feel fear.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that, right? So you also own real estate. I know that. I'm a real estate guy. That's all I do.
Yeah.
And you know, when we're buying real estate, we have to know the numbers in order to be able to give returns and things like that. There's a certain level of, and you got to be able to look at things from a risk reward, especially when you're using other people's money, right? And you go into banks and you got to present and stuff like that. How do you manage not feeling fear? Because I'd be lying to you if there's not, like I just bought a 12-unit apartment building that we're gutting, right? $500,000. We're putting $500,000 into this place to redevelop it. And I'd be lying to you if I wasn't, I don't know if it's fear, more of concern, you know, and making sure I execute. Now I know my numbers very well, very, very well. I know what my outcome is going to be. I know my valuation is going to be. How do you manage that, man? How do you manage that?
It's a weird thing. It's the reason you have fear slightly.
It's not that I'm afraid to lose, because if you're just afraid to lose your own money, it's different when you have other people's money, right? And I take that serious, right? I have other people's money. If I lose my money, it's like, okay, I can make my own money back. And if I lose someone else's money, it's like it's a higher level of responsibility. So I want to know how you manage that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I spend 99% of the day working on the who, not the what.
I'm working on the who, not the how. So there's a book, The Who, Not the How.
For me, it's like I just build Isaac all day long. It's the craziest way of living, but it just works, right? I wake up at 4:30, and then I have all the thoughts that happen in the morning, the anxiety. And right away, I have all my stoic teachings that just come in. It's like, Isaac, you're training your mind. Don't attach feelings. Move forward. You know what I'm saying? Then I work out extremely hard. I'll do 2 workouts a day, and I learn Kung Fu. So it's like, I'm just working on me all day long. So by the time the problem comes, I'm so goddamn confident. Because I put in the time on the vessel. You know what I'm saying? On a constant basis for years. So
that makes a lot of sense. How you start your morning, so goes your day. That makes a lot of sense. And you're very intentional about that. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, but it's throughout it. Bro, you'll see me doing burpees in between meetings, bro. I need to fucking high.
Tell me about your morning ritual. You're up at 4:30. You said a little bit, harp on that a little bit.
Yep, 4:30. There's times where I need to get more done. So I'll get up at even, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning sometimes. But 4:30 is the baseline. Nothing later than 4:30. 4:30, wake up. Straight up, get into a little bit of coffee. Quick reading. I've spent years reading hundreds of books. Yeah. I'd blow your fucking mind. There's the amount of books in this house. I'm at a point where I need just a little bit, and I move. I read, and I get into my workout. If I have a lot of paperwork, I do paperwork, and then I get into my workout. But it's quick.
Right? So you read, you wake up, 4:30, you're reading. Is that your first thing? When is your workout? Right after you're reading?
Yep. Because then I'll put in a little bit of carbohydrates, and that's my first workout of the day. I do too. A little bit of carbs in me, coffee, let that sit in. And then it's usually like 100 burpees, right?
Okay.
2-mile run, enough to get my frequency high. And then I attack the day.
And then you're going in. And you do this every single day.
For years.
Love it. So that's a compound effect of you working on yourself, your mindset, on you, and your conversations. Tell me about the conversations that an alpha male should be having in his head, because you talked about a lot about that. So I have a vision board where my purpose and my primary question and my values and my non-negotiables and things like that's my way. I'm curious about your way. What do you do? Your self-talk. Like
well, first of all, it's cool that you do that. I'm looking at something right in front of me right now, which are just like my baseline non-negotiables. And I have Isaac 10.0 that I'll read at least one time a day. Because that's my North Star, you know?
Yep.
I'm like, so when somebody asks me, do you want to invest in this? Do you want to do this show? I'm like, okay, where's Isaac 10.0? Will this get me closer? If no, I don't do it. If yes, I do it. Self-talk. Okay. Very fucking cocky in my head. Very cocky because we're men. Girls get, you're so pretty. Good job. I'm proud of you. All the time. Guys, even between each other, we're like, hey, go fuck yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if we're not going to compliment ourselves all day, we're fucked. So, bro, I'll get in the shop and be like, damn, you look good. You know what I'm saying? I'll put on a shit. Fuck, you fly, bro. Hell yeah. I'll get into a room, like, I'm going to own these motherfuckers. I get on this podcast, I'm going to dominate this shit. I'm breaking the internet. I love money. I'm blasting shit. Like, think of, like, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, fucking all these guys. The way they talk, that's me in my head all day long.
Awesome, brother. I love it, man. So you mentioned to me your wolf pack. So tell us about your wolf pack program. What is it that you do there, and why did you start that?
So okay, let's do one and then the other. So it literally came out organically. So last year, I got to a really cool place financially. But anybody that grew up without money has a time, unless they're really fucking smart, where you want to show off. Where you kind of want to show the world, like, I ain't that broke motherfucker, no. You know. So you get into the cars and the girls and the drugs and the yachts and all the dumb shit. Right? The bottles and the stupid $10,000 tables, like idiots. All ego-driven. And there was one night, I'm just fucking blasting champagne bottles, the models out there, the vibes, you can imagine. And I really do believe that we're all connected to some infinite divine knowledge, whether it's God or just this thing. You know, Hermes, the Egyptian priest, called it the all in all, right? I'm big on Hermetic education. And it just fucking hits me. I'm like, bro. And I'm looking around. I'm like, this is bullshit. 10 years of my life for this shit. Bunch of fake motherfuckers, gold digging bitches. Are you serious? What? All the years of struggle for this shit? No. I paid the bill. I just left. And I wrote down a list of what I won't do, what I will do, who I'm going to X out of my life, who I'm going to distance myself. It was just straight from God. I'm talking about stopped everything cold turkey. Overnight, there was no, hey, warm into it. Stop the drugs, stop the drinking, stop the alcohol, cut out people, block, move, dig, down, boom. Changed about, threw out, broke up with a girlfriend. Quick! I'm talking 30 minutes, everything changed. I'm not saying it wasn't hard, but the decisiveness and the action was swift. And I started posting my journey, and I spoke with Wes, and he's like, bro, now you share that shit with the world, man. So that's how it was born. What we do there is simple. I help you create a man or woman you are proud of. Whatever that means to you. You have a vision that I don't see. That's God talking to you. Maybe you need to be a farmer with 3 kids and a horse and a golden retriever. Maybe you need to be big pimping with 4 hoes and a Lambo, and that's okay. Whatever's your heart say, just fucking do it. And then I hold you accountable to becoming that person. And you'll see the testimonials, bro. See, you'll see guys that were fat, now they're fit. The fly on the walls, now walking in with 2 models at the club. Pop, pop, pop. They're all getting sober. I get everybody sober. I get everybody off the bullshit. And people, I got kids making 20, 30, 40, 50K a month now. Because once I can unlock that shit, results popping. And it's almost, you can't believe it when you see it, man. But it's real. And that's what we do in the Wolfpack.
So you started it because you started it after you started sharing your journey.
Oh, yeah. Because, you can't be like those dumb fucking gurus who, like, haven't done it. First, do
100.
Do the damn thing. And then you can share.
Man, there's a lot of guys out there. You said it. There's a lot of fake teachers is what Kiyosaki calls them. Fake teachers. And I see them all the time. You see them all the time, too. You see them go on the internet, and the minute they open up their mouth, I can speak for real estate because that's what I know. I'm really good at that. And in business, I'm really good in business. And the minute they open up their mouth, I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Exactly.
You no clue what you're saying. You've never ran a business in your life. You've never done this in your life. I had a guy, I looked at there was a post and a guy, you own real estate. And he said he owned he bought a 4-unit apartment building or something, and that he was going to make $1,000 with 4 units, $1,000 a month from the laundry machine. So get the fuck out of here. I was like, I got a 57 unit and I make like $400 a month
at most. And if there's no breakdown,
I'm like, what are you like? So you got people going on the internet talking nonsense, and then unfortunately you got people that can't discern. I call it discernment. They can't discern, or they don't know better who's real and who's not. So respect to you, brother, for being a real teacher.
And you know what? Let's just call it what it is. That's a fucking huge thing. Real estate, I can teach somebody how to get up to 10. Because that's what I know. I'm not at your level real estate wise. So I'm never going to get on a fucking podcast. Hey, I'm Mr. Real Estate King. I teach you how to make a lot of fucking money in business. I can definitely grow a fucking 7-figure company easy. I'm never going to come in on a real estate fucking podcast and teach. That ain't my game.
That ain't your game, correct?
And you got to know when to be a teacher, when to be a student,
Respect, and respect for that.
Hell yeah, And most of these motherfuckers, like you said, they talking about, you got to hustle, you got to work harder. Shut the fuck up. You're still living at mom's house. Mm-hmm. You got dad's card on your credit card. You know what I'm saying? Like you still fucking wearing diapers. Sit the fuck down.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You don't know what you've never been through the struggle. You don't understand what it is. So how could you teach someone? How can you teach me how to run a business? You've never done it yourself. How can you teach me how to do this? You've never done it yourself. So again, respect to you, brother, for being a real teacher and keeping it real and keeping it 100 out there in the internet and in the universe, bro. Appreciate you for that. Man, if people wanted to connect with you, my brother, this has been a real pleasure talking to you, kicking it with you, Isaac.
You too, man.
If people wanted to connect with you, my brother, where do they find you? I know you in Seattle, man. I know a lot of people out there. We'll talk off air a little bit. But if people wanted to connect with you, follow you on the IG, on the Instagram, maybe sign up for your Wolfpack program. Actually, you know what? Before we wrap it up, we'll spend 5 more minutes with you because you said originally off air we were talking and you said, hey, Martin, was this a thing for men, right? The Wolfpack. And you said originally you started for men, but now you having women that are also signing up. Tell me about that. What is your experience and why are women signing up to your program?
it's been very, very cool working with women. I'll tell you that. And I've never like specifically stated online like, oh, this is a man's program. It kind of just, like you said, men just fucking resonated.
Mm-hmm.
And they just thought like, I never, one of those things like you don't have to say. You see a red fucking slick car go really fast Ferrari. You know what I mean? Like Isaac talking, fine, men group.
Mm-hmm.
But lately, it's been women, at least 40% of the signups. And it's a little different. They joined because they need a kick in the ass. And most people will not talk the way that I do to girls. I'm very blunt. I don't treat them different. I push just as hard. And more women need that than ever. I do need to change things a little bit. You said something at the beginning. I wrote it down here. I take a lot of notes. By the way, for anybody here, if you're ever in a fucking conversation, an interview, a sales fucking encounter, you take fucking notes. Shit. But you said something about like women trying to make us more feminine.
Not us, not me, but men, other men, men out there.
Right. Men out there. You know what I'm saying? When I work with men and when I work with women, I do change up my coaching style because we are different.
We certainly are. I respect that.
Tina on yesterday's podcast, she's like, I think men should be more in touch with their feminine thing, more with their emotions. I'm like, Tina, I'm not disregarding us having to get in touch a little bit with our past and our emotions. That's valid. But we're not you. We are men. We fucking think different. We react different. We move different. Different shit motivates you. I'm like, you're a female. You need to sit on your emotions for a little bit longer. Us, not much. Give us some tasks. Get us to hit shit. Get us to fucking wait a little bit. That's it. All our problems disappear in our fucking head. Am I right or am I wrong?
100. Right? Yes, sir.
Girls, they need a little bit of that love and insurance and make sure they're chromosomes. So when I work with females, I get more like the deep and the emotions. With guys, it's fuck you, get the fuck up, stop being a bitch, and move. And wow, I wish my daddy talked to me like that. Shit, my dad didn't talk to me, bro. He just got the belt. That was it. That was it. So, yeah. So working with women's been cool. I need to switch it up because, again, men and women are different. And they join because they want to improve, man.
They want to improve in the sense of wanting to like advance their career. They want to be entrepreneurs. They want to win. In that regard, like they want to improve.
You know what's cool, man? You know what's cool? So when I started having females join, a lot of the times I thought like, yeah, they probably want to become a badass and run that bad bitch stuff.
Yeah.
But if you like dig deep, once I dig deep and we're like session 3 or 4, dude, they just want a good man.
Yeah, they do.
They want a fucking
dude. I've coached a bunch of women. I've coached a ton of women, and they all come with the same thing, AT. And then ultimately, they naturally, that you're right.
It's beautiful, man. And so if you allow a girl to just step into her feminine, which is hard because it's a very competitive world, they need to do just as much as men do nowadays. But if you dig a little bit, do they just want to be held and protected and provided for? So our job as coaches is to make quality men that can provide that for women and allow the women to fucking be their best self as well, so they can do that shit.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I love what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep serving the world, man. Keep making the universe better. And I appreciate you for that, bro. So if people wanted to connect with you, my friend, where can they find you? How do they sign up with your coaching program? How do they connect with you? How do they follow you? Give us all the 411 how we can all get behind you.
Thank you, man. So YouTube, I drop a long format video every day if you want to get a little deeper into stuff. Instagram is where I live. I will never not answer your messages. We will always find a way to schedule a call. DM me anything, bro. See, I'm having a hard fucking day. I will answer. We will talk, bro. I'm not at this upper echelon level where I think I'm the fucking, I answer, man. I'll answer. We'll talk. We'll help you. We'll get you level the fuck up. 6 weeks left in the year, man. Level up. Either with my boy right here, level up with me. I don't care. 6 weeks left. Level up.
Isaac Global, right? If they look you up on IG, how do they find you? Isaac Global?
At Isaac B Global.
Make sure you follow my man here. He's got a lot of good stuff to share. Most importantly, he shares the struggle. He keeps it real. And you heard him here in Wealthy AF. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for coming on the show and sharing with us, man.